Right then, let's crack on. As I say, we've got presentations from developers, we've got researchers, then we've got the panel discussion, but we begin, and I'm delighted to say, with our one-on-one headline interview. And for that, we have the leader of, I think it's fair to say, one of the most important organizations here in Dubai, charged with implementing Dubai's vision. Now, the person who we're going to talk to is someone who's played a key role in shaping Dubai in recent years. Firstly, as a banker, he was the general manager of National Bank of Dubai and continues to serve as deputy chairman of Emirates MBD and also chairman of Emirates Islamic, but perhaps today best known for his role in real estate, for he is the CEO of Wasl Asset Management Group. Now, over the past few years, he's been working very hard, and I know this, with his team behind the scenes on restructuring the organization and developing what they call a clear mechanism for the group. So it's in 3 divisions now. You've got Wasl Properties, 30,000 units, so it certainly has scale. Then you have Wasl Leisure, which owns a number of leading hotels, for example, the Park Hyatt, the Westin Mina Siahi, many others here in Dubai. And finally, Wasl Golf with the Dubai Creek and Emirates Golf Clubs. Now, senior people who I speak to and whose opinion I value, some of them in this room today, they have told me that our next speaker is not just someone who's helped shape the Dubai that we see today, although he unquestionably has. He is one of the principal architects of the Dubai of tomorrow. We are honored to have him with us here today. Will you please join me in welcoming to the stage His Excellency Hesham Al Qassim. Please join us, Your Excellency. Hello there. Please have a seat. Well, can we begin, I think, by talking about all the work that you've done behind the scenes at Wasl Group, because you say that was really, really important, that you had to structure the group in a way that would prepare it for what is an extremely busy time. Tell us what you did.
Wasl Asset Management Group has been established in 2007, it was started as a Dubai Real Estate Corporation by decree. And Wasl, as an investment arm, has been incorporated in 2008 April. So the company, as you have mentioned before, it consists of 3 verticals. The first vertical is the leisure and hospitality. The leisure and hospitality vertical has 2 businesses. The leisure side, we have 2 golf courses. It's very prominent golf courses. The Dubai Creek Golf Club, and the second one is the Emirates Golf Club. The Emirates Golf Club is hosting one of the most famous tournament in the world, the Desert Classic, every year. Lots of famous players of the golf, they come every year and play on that ground. It is number 90 in the world, including United States of America, and it's number 10 in the world, ranked number 10 in the world, without United States of America. The hospitality sector, we have today under management 13 hotels, consists of 5,000 hotel rooms, and all of them is more into the 5-star hotel rooms offering. And we are in 2012, 2013, we have conducted a study of the hospitality market, and we found out that Dubai is really lacking a lots of hotel rooms into the 3- and 4-star offering. And from that time, we have straight decided that we need to offer more 3- and 4-star rooms for the Dubai visitors, and to give them the right diversification of the offering. So we have built, it was the first Hayat Place introduced into the Dubai market, and it was opened June 2014 last year. It was a very successful model. But in 2013, we decided to do 5 hotels, not only 1. Another Hayat Place hotel has been opened last month. Again, it's in a very prime location. It's in Baniyas Square. The other 2 of the 3-star hotels, the Hilton Garden Inn will going to open next month, and the 5th hotel will open in next year, June. This is the first vertical of the business. The second vertical of the business is the industrial zones. Wasl owns 27 industrial zones, consists of 5,200 parcels of lands. All of them is leased, and still we have some inventories. From time to time, we are still allocating new lands for the lease for the industries. It's a very important sector of the business we are running. It's actually supporting every industry in Dubai. Without the industrial zone, which is managed by Wasl today, lots of industry could struggle in doing business in the city. And it's not only supporting the city itself, rather than supporting the other cities and other emirates. The third vertical of the business, this is our main business of Wasl, the Wasl properties and Wasl property developments. Wasl owns 30,000 units under management. We have almost leased around 90, the lease rate is around 99%. The customer satisfaction is 92%. We always believe in after-sales service. We always believe in retaining our client within the company. And alhamdulillah, we were very successful in making sure that the customer satisfaction rate is high and keep them retained within our portfolio. So this is the three verticals of Wasl and how it is managed today. And as a model, I think that we have created the right model for the company. And we always believe that whatever we build it to be the right inventory for the company, which will have the right return on investments.
So that was the work you did behind the scenes to structure the company. Yeah. The purpose of that, of course, was that Wasl would play a vital role in the development of Dubai as a city and the broader economy, particularly with Expo 2020 coming up, and also in the context of the 2021 vision for Dubai. So how do you structure what you do today with those ultimate goals in mind?
As a role of Wasl for the Expo 2020, Wasl is one of the investment arms of government of Dubai. So always we try to align our vision and targets to be within Dubai targets and vision. From the day they have announced the 2020, directly we focus that Dubai will going to need a lots of infrastructure, residential and commercial units and retail, where we need to be supported for the exhibition, which will be expected to be very successful in exhibition in 2020. So we have first step we have taken, we went and started to build more of the successful model of hospitality, which we have built as Hayat Hotel, introduced in June 2014. So we have signed another 15 hotels, which will going to be finished before 2020. Those hotels will consist of 13 of them will be 3 and 4 star, 2 of them will going to be 5-star hotels, and we try to bring new operators to the city, so we'll have the right diversified offering for the Dubai visitors. So we had the first Hayat Place, as I told you in the beginning. We are going to have the first Hilton Gardens. We'll have the first Hamptons run by Hilton in Dubai, and it will be the largest in the world, consists of 400 rooms. It will be adjacent to the Terminal 2 airport, and we're going to have elements and aloft from Starwoods, and we'll have the first 5-star famous Mandarin Oriental hotel in Dubai. And normally Mandarin Oriental will have only one hotel in every famous city in the world, and the project is under construction. It will going to be over recently, and that will going to add an offering to it. And this is in terms of hospitality side. In terms of the business development, by the time the 2020 was announced, Wasl was first time has changed its direction to being only built to own, to enter to the freehold market. And we have announced 3 freehold projects in the market. with total value around 40 billion dirhams. The first project was Wasl Park 1, which is sitting in a very prime location in Dubai, in the middle of the city. It's a mixed development, consists of residential, commercial, offices, and hotels. The second is the Wasl Gate. Again, it's a mixed development, consists of all other elements. We called it Wasl Gate because it's positioned in Sheikh Zayed Road, and it will going to be one of the first projects for the people coming from Abu Dhabi and from other GCC countries, so they have to pass through it. We have always made sure that every project we're going to introduce, it has to be green, it has to be good place for the living of the public. So we have introduced a garden within the Wasl Gate, which is as big as Safa Park in Dubai. And even within the Wasl Park 1, we have called it Park 1 because it's sitting in the middle of a park in Zabil. And the project itself, it will going to be surrounded with a lots of greens. And within the project also will have a lots of greens. The third project, freehold project, is our Nadd al-Hamar Gardens. The Nadd al-Hamar Gardens is one of the projects which will going to we have built an infrastructure within it, and all of the infrastructure, it's already done, and we have started to sell 50% of the plots is sold. So it will going to be a raw lands with a full infrastructure supporting it, only to give the diversification for all the investors. And why that will going to support the Expo 2020, and even within the city, we have also planned to have a lots of projects which will going to support 2020. Within that, Wasl in its property management side, where we're going to hold our properties, we are also developing another 24 projects, which will going to add 10,400 extra residential unit to our portfolio. That's beside the freehold. And in our freehold project, again, coming back to the freehold project itself will not going to sell it 100%. We'll only sell up to the extent of the cost of the construction. It's a new model we are trying to introduce to the market. We are only trying to send one message to other investors, that whatever project we're going to develop, which will have the right return on investment. And if it didn't, we wouldn't hold the inventory within the company for the leasing. So ultimately, we'll try to make something which will going to have the right return for the investor, and it will have the right living place, and it will be the right holiday homes for whoever coming to Dubai and wish to have a home in Dubai.
So, Your Excellency, these are grand plans.
Yes.
But as you know, the real estate market is softening at the moment. The oil price has fallen in half over the past year. How do you read the current health of the Dubai real estate market and perhaps the Dubai economy more broadly?
I'm going to add to what you have said recently. Oil price has been dropped, gold price has gone down, expectation of interest rate to go up. Political position of the region, which is under big stress right now. A lots of factors. It's an economy. And what we are seeing today, I think it's a very healthy correction. This is the right time for the correction to come. Either it is a worldwide economy or UAE or Dubai as a city in specific. The correction, it's happening, and I think it's happening in the right time. Why it's right time? From mid-2013 to mid-2015, we have seen a growth in the economy, and to have a healthy economy, normally you have to see the upside of it and the downside. And an economy is like any live objects. It's not a dead object. So it has a heart. Unless the heart will not going to beat with a high beat and down beat, it will never going to be an economy. So realistically, today, what we can see as an Dubai economy or the world economy, and all the factors which we have mentioned, from the oil price to the gold to the interest rate expectation to be raised, all of that is supporting the stability. I will not call it even softness. I will call it a stability of the economy. It's more making the economy to be stable, and it will unless this kind of correction and stability wouldn't come, I would be worried. And I think that this is the time for the investor to be more smart and to try to develop what the people is needing. This market is lacking of a lot of affordable housing. And I don't think that every developer should only focus on what's unique and what to be developed in a most luxurious way, rather than what the people looking for in the city, either as a visitor or a people who's really looking to buy a holiday home, or for the residents of the city who want to have the right house to stay in. So if you have the right offering, I think they are going to be always a buyer for it at the right price. The second part of it, I think that always when there is a correction in a market, is the right time for the investor to buy. And if they look at the city in specific in Dubai, I think in the coming 2 years is the buying time for every investor thinks to buy an owned house or to invest and have return on investment. 2020, Expo's coming. 2017, another growth will come. It's a natural up and down. I think that the correction will continue till mid-2016, or in 2016, 17, we'll start to see another growth, and it will going to be the right time for any investor to start to invest.
Well, I hope you're right, because my wife and I have recently taken your advice and just bought a family home here in Dubai. We're confident that you will be, but we shall see. Look, let me finish by asking you this, your forecast for the Dubai real estate market. But I guess more importantly, the most important factors to look out for, the positive and negative factors that we should look out for in the real estate market as we move forward. All of us are hoping that this correction is not another 2009. So what are the factors in particular that you will be looking for over the coming months?
Coming back again, you're asking about the real estate market and how it's doing. I think that the Dubai, we have to look at it as a full story. Dubai is more like it's an corporation rather than being a normal city. So if we take it in a larger context, it's a worldwide economy. The real estate industry is a part of a part of a large economy, and the economy is all linked to each other anywhere in the world. So today, the whole economy is softened around the world, and we have also mentioned the factor which has kept it softened. The oil price, the gold, the interest rate, maybe oil price will going to be very critical to this region, but still it will going to be critical out. Whenever there is an oil price for any country, exporting oil like the GCC countries, definitely there going to be a cash constraint within the system, and that is really affecting the economy as a whole. So all the economy, worldwide economy is softening. Dubai, our UAE economy, again, it's following the normal trend, which is naturally has to follow the normal trend of the softening. But Dubai as a city, it is a corporation which is managed and lead by the right leader. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, he has a very long vision. He's a great leader who has kept the right story for the city. The story is behind all the industry, it's linked to each other. It's not about real estate industry by itself. If we keep real estate industry in this city standing alone, it wouldn't even fly. What has kept it fly? It's what's surrounding it, starting from port, airport, infrastructure, airlines, hospitality business. All of that is a story with a leader vision who has kept it working together in a way that has kept the story very successful. And always we can see whenever there is any downturn in the economy, you will find always Dubai is doing well. Always Dubai is a preferable location for the visitor. Emirates Airlines is doing a great job. They are always trying to support the city and what can be done. What is the negative and positive elements within the city itself? I will go first. I'll try to take you through the negatives. The negatives, number one negatives, is the political situation today in the region. The second, I think, the developer themselves. An unassessed and studied well project within the real estate sector is the main negative element within the real estate. As I told you, how many project was announced which is really looking at affordability? You know when the affordability comes? When there is no buyers. You will find that the developer only write in the newspaper, easy plan, payment for 5 years, lowest price, but that when the people doesn't have the fund to buy. And when the people have the fund to buy, the whole equation change with the same product. It will be the high luxury one, payment within one check payment. Every equation will change in the whole offering. So if we are looking at it from the way that how things is evolving, it is the developer. They have to study the market well. They have to have the right product for the market. They have to know what the people is looking for. And this is the downside and negative part of it. While always I told you, Dubai has a always great story to sell. The city is helping. It will going to come back. There is softening. It's the right correction. It's the right time. The positive part of it is the city story and what is offering to the market. The city itself, it become a brand. Dubai today is not a normal city. It's a brand to be sold. There is a lot of factors which can support that. It is the regulation which has been imposed in the city, the easiness of the people coming around or visitors coming into the city, is the experience where they're going of the people traveling around the world. It's the experience start from the time they're going to enter to Emirates airline cabin in their country to the time they fly through the plane to the time they arrive to the Dubai airport, and they will see amazing infrastructure to the time they're going to see the immigration staff who will be the best guy who can welcome anyone in the world. I never have seen anywhere in the world an immigration person welcoming people like I have seen in Dubai. To the time you're going to go to collect your luggage, the easy way you're going to exit the airport, the taxi which will going to take you from the airport or the metro you're going to use to the time you're going to reach to the hotel room, you will find it's a really great experience to visit the city. This is the story which has been led and managed by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. And as I told you, that what has built Dubai to be Dubai as a brand and a right corporation.
Your Excellency, fascinating insights. I really appreciate you sharing them with us today. Thank you very much indeed. His Excellency, Hesham Al Qassim, the CEO. Thank you very much indeed. Shukran.